BRUCAST is back, baby.
That could also be me, because back when I was like 8 years old, I fell from a bridge and suffered severe brain trauma.
What?
Yep.
You fell
Want
out
to
of a
hear about
bridge?
that? Yep. Want to hear that story? That's another fun one.
I'm not sure, man.
No, it's not. Okay, it's not that extreme. But my father, he's a huge biker, and so
Okay.
we had this. He didn't want to get. He's a mountain biker, and he didn't want to just shove me up on a mountain, let me drive down from the beginning. So they had this small practice park at the bottom. And one of the practice obstacles they had was just a small bridge over one of those like I don't know what you call it in English, but these water paths that the water takes down from the mountain, but there's only water there when it rains. Else it's just dry and basically a small ravine.
It's like a river, but only when it
dried
rains.
up river. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it was only like 2 meters, but at the side of the bridge they didn't have a proper fence around the bridge, but just these small wooden blocks running around the side of it. They were the perfect height for my pedals. For my bike pedal. So I drove over the bridge, got too close to the side, and my pedal just hit the wooden block. And I stopped. I think I also had a reversing brake back on my bike back then. So I just pulled over. I had a helmet. Yeah, I had a helmet on too, but the rock hit me basically back here, directly under the helmet. And I suffered severe brain trauma and brain bleeding or inner bleeding, which is really, really not good. Inner bleeding can kill you very quickly. And the best part is that my father looked at me and said, I basically said, "Oh, I'm tired, I'm dizzy, I want to puke." And he said, "Oh, come on, it's not that bad." So I kept complaining. He eventually just said, "Okay, we're gonna go home." Put me in the back of the car, and we drove home. And I just immediately fell asleep in the back, which is really not a good thing to happen.
You passed out, basically.
I fell asleep. I just fell asleep.
Alright.
Because, like brain trauma, that just happens. You just fall asleep. My father got a bit concerned then and drove me home. Got me out of the car, got me into the living room. I immediately fell asleep again on the couch, and then he said, "Oh, fuck." He immediately then drove me to like a children's doctor. He just took one look at me and said, "Okay, hospital immediately, now." And then we drove to the emergency, whatever it's called, and then I spent like several weeks in there recovering. So that's another way I might have gotten ADD. We're unsure about that.
Maybe activated, like your superpower.
It got worse, probably, yeah.
Oh,
Some people, when they get hit in the back of the head, they get like a 200 IQ and they can see numbers with colors and all that. And I just got ADD. Fuck yeah, that's fun. That's
you
awesome.
Have stories to tell. You have stories, man.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I have several near-death experiences like that. Want to hear another one?
I'm not sure.
There's another great one.
It feels like kind of you're Jesus, you're like surviving all of those things.
Yeah, God really fucking hates me. I noticed that, but he's yet to kill me. He didn't get me yet. The other story was, I think 10th or 9th grade when we had a school trip to opera, and we drove on one of those double-decker buses.
All right.
So and I was sitting
the British bus.
Yeah, basically, and I was sitting at the upper level, right at the back, right over the engine. So we drove with that bus around, just driving towards the opera, and at some point we stopped, and I noticed a bit of a smell. It smelled like burnt rubber. So I thought, okay, looks like someone braked too hard, whatever. So we continued driving shortly after that, and then the bus just randomly stopped. No one had any idea why, and like I said, I was sitting right at the back of it looking forward, and it was like a four-seater with a table between. And I was making some sort of joke, and I just saw my friend sitting opposite of me, so looking backwards. I saw his expression within a few seconds go from like to, and then I just turned around, looked to the side. There was just a huge swath of smoke, black and dark smoke. And I just said, "Oh fuck, the bus is burning." Everyone got up and just walked towards the exit. And then, of course, we were stuck within the stairs because the smartest kid of us all was right at the top, and he tried to get the back door open. The bus was on fire. The bus was on fucking fire, and he tried to open the back door. So eventually, like after 30 seconds, he realized, okay, that's not going to work. So we walked out the back and out the front. And by that time, some kids were already just breaking apart the windows and jumping out, basically. Dude. And several kids on the way down hit the side thing, on the highways, that metal side thing.
Yeah, this can kill you.
That was a fun evening.
Did someone die? No, I'm sorry.
No. It wasn't that bad.
What caused the fire in the first place? Just bad bus? Just old
bus, yeah. Basically, some wiring caught fire, and then the whole thing. That's a great thing to happen on a fucking school trip, right? Luckily, we were already old. I mean, imagine if that happened like 5th grade.
I mean, if no one got injured, it's kind of
fun story,
like
right? 3 kids had smoke poisoning and some bruises from hitting them. That was not a fun night. Just
Maybe the smoke caused you ADD.
the smoke did it. And of course, recently I had my fun story about getting hit by a fucking car when I was driving to work on my bike.
Yeah, I remember. We were there. I mean, at the office.
Yeah,
I remember
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the police didn't even tell you. So eventually I just told Anton per Discord. Yeah.
Hey, André, you're alive. That means that Jesus or God or whatever exists, they have a plan for you. You have like a mission that you
Yeah.
haven't accomplished yet. And,
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Must be. Either that or he's really, really bad at killing me.
Or you have like 9 lives as like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Then I'm starting to run out of those. I'm 3 down.
Dude.
Yeah, my life. Sometimes, I mean,
Either you're very lucky or you're very unlucky. I'm not sure which one yet.
no, I also have no idea. But whatever. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm good. Kinda. Mostly.
Watch full episodes of the BRUCAST on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BrewFrasca.